Alright, hello. Happy Friday. Welcome to another update for my 2D fighter in Unreal. Um, so I was having some problems with the Bandit Revolver yesterday, where if you did it too close to the ground, it would reset the you would not have landing lag. But I fixed that now through a variable in front that just checks that doesn't let you land the first few frames. The other thing that I did was hook up rest of the dashes and the other commands. So currently, I can now backdash and forward dash. This backdash animation is kind of jank, but you can now backdash and forward dash by double tapping directions. And then the other thing was that there's now a cancel system, right? So now all my moves can be canceled properly into each other. And currently they are still on light punches or light attacks. All my special moves are, but I'm definitely adding like different strengths later on. So the cancel system's in place. The other thing I added was fleshing out the knockdown or juggle system. So there's three types of knockdowns that I have in this game. This is so DP causes the standard knockdown, and these knockdowns are techable. So if I tap down very quickly on the other controller, then I get up very quickly. There's still right. So if you tap at the wrong time, so there's around I think a 6-frame window when you land to tap down. Right. So if I tap down here, let's see if I can. This is very hard to show. It's fine. Just trust me on it. If you tap down on it, you rise up quicker. The other type of knockdown I have is soft knockdowns. So if I jump and you hit with normal, you land right away into standing. And you're also invulnerable during it actually. So there's you can't hit me out of the state, just like in Street Fighter. The last one is hard knockdowns, the ones you can't tech. They're not implemented correctly yet, but it's kind of they're not implemented correctly yet. So it's probably a pretty simple change that I'll do next week. The other thing, one more thing was that there's back throws in the game now, so you can throw them in either directions. And the most important part was that you can actually back throw them out of the corner, right? So if you back throw here, they don't get stuck. They used to get stuck, but not anymore, which is cool. So yeah, now you can actually, if I can pull this off actually, let's see if I can. Now there's also like a juggle point system, similar to Street Fighter, where it keeps track of how many times you've been juggled in the air so far, and there's a juggle point for each attack, which is the maximum, which is the number of hits that move can connect before, like, can juggle before it will miss. So for example, let's see. I think my jumping heavy has 4 juggle points, which means I can hit them 4 times before missing. So let's see if I can demonstrate. 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Wait, let's see. 3, 4, and I missed on the last one. Yeah. So that should help limit the different juggles you have in the corner and other special situations. Currently, I have the light ones have 0 juggle point, which means they can't connect after the initial hit, initial juggle. Mediums can juggle once, and the heavies can juggle twice. The other thing I changed was that now you can. So Bandit Revolver used to always come up, has to give you the second hit on block 2, but now it doesn't. So let's see if I can show that real quick. It's a lot harder to do now because there's command inputs instead of. Ooh, let's see. This is gonna be easier if I go this way. Okay. Yeah, there you go. The second doesn't come out now if it gets blocked, and then the second it comes out if they do get hit. So that's the update. Other than that, basically, because the project is a lot bigger now, I am starting to refactor a lot of the code into different graphs as I discover more and more functionalities from Unreal. So there are now different graphs over here. So everything used to be in this big event graph, which made compiling very slow, especially as I add more and more stuff to it. So I've now slowly factored out things into each separate graph. So this is my landing script. Um, I've decided, so there's a lot of logic here that checks individual states that I'm gonna soon refactor into this giant select that lets me kind of choose the landing behavior for each different state when they land, landing from the air. And then there's this, I refactored my state animation, which is this hulk of a this hulk of a select statement onto just different flipbooks into another graph. This damage system needs a lot of refactoring, but I refactored a lot of this already into a single. So currently, before I had each individual attributes of the attack info feeding into the damage system, but now I have this single type here that structure that holds all my attack information that automatically passes through for me, which is great. And I just need to take these out and update my hitboxes accordingly. Special moves is currently only used for Bandit Revolver. I soon plan on moving my other special moves here. But yeah, I think the more I've learned, it's like Blueprint is actually pretty good. The only thing I'm unhappy with is the amount of variables I have, and I can't scope these locally. Unfortunately, might be good to have a struct for these later on, but I don't think they'll be too helpful. It might be good. I'm not sure how I'm exactly gonna organize it if I do reorganize the number of variables I have into like different structs, for example. The thing is that local functions do have local variables, which is great, which let me keep track of more things without polluting my bigger graph. So yeah, that's all my update for today. Just a lot more systems work to be done on fixing just different bugs. I think the knockdown will be done soon. Combos, I need to figure out air cancels so that I can cancel into Bandit Revolver in the air. That's one more change I have. But otherwise, after that, it's pretty good. I'll probably move on to more art related stuff or to design an actual character and have more higher quality animations. But I probably want to do that. The timer, I might want to do super meter before. But I think a lot of these things just need tweaking, but I don't know if it's worth tweaking if it's a placeholder character. But it seems like, as long as it's placeholder, I just treat it as a final character because, it's gonna be, it's already done, right? It's already in the game. So I'll probably go back, tweak it, make sure I have a playable prototype with a timer, with a full game loop that I need, and then move on from there. So yeah, keep looking forward to more updates in the future. Thanks.